So, for example, Director General and Attorney Sarah, you mean like an indigenous Manobo tribe or a Bukidnon? And I'm from Mindanao. They have to know that this is possible, and this is possible that they could actually bring, for instance, the way they weave, the way they, and so many bio prospectors is what they call these other interests, many foreign who come in and suddenly see that there's a orchid or a plant that is a cure for something. Di ba dapat tayo una dyan? Dapat una yung indigenous community dyan. Dapat una yung tribo na sila naman may alam na yun yung gamot para sa isang ailment. Ganun yun, di ba?
We're doing more than that.
Oh.
Before the end of this quarter, we're going to set up an office in Cagayan de Oro.
Oh, perfect. That's my part of the
Yes,
country.
it's 1 hour away from your place.
Yes,
And
yes.
this is, they can
What
come,
will be the office?
an IPO office.
Oh, wow.
An IPO office will teach them how to register. We'll teach them how to apply for a trademark. We'll teach them how to apply for a patent. You can't imagine the number of engineers, inventions that's going on around
Wonderful.
Cagayan
And is
de
this
Oro.
going to be the first for Mindanao? No.
No, we have
As a
two already.
satellite.
We have one in General Santos, which takes care of the tuna industry because there are a
Right.
lot of inventions there.
Yes.
And then we also have one in Davao, which takes care of the agricultural
Yes,
produce.
yes.
Now, we're putting it in Cagayan de Oro because aside from your tribes in Bukidnon,
Bukidnon,
there are
yeah.
other tribes in
Absolutely.
northern Cotabato, southern Cotabato, that I think, that taking the interest of foreigners
Absolutely.
and their chants, their folklores are being copied.
Yes. So this is not just individuals who can file or who can register.
Communities
can. So there is collective ownership. If you can determine it in terms of ancestral domain, ganun din.
That is
Di ba?
where the law is not yet
not clear.
clear at the moment. As a matter of fact, we'll be trending on dangerous grounds. But I mean, with protectors like you, because right now
Great.
it's not within our mandate.
Right.
It's really within more on the responsibility of NCIP.
Yes.
But together with NCIP, we can address the problem. And what
Wonderful.
is the problem? We have to start thinking of the national patrimony.
Right. Absolutely. And now, especially when there is such fluid, it's in flux. No, everything seems to be so open, and anyone can come in, and even with constitutional limits to ownership, like especially on 64th year, we don't have something as clear when it comes to what are indigenous natural heritage domains in the Philippines.
Sabi nga ni Attorney Sarah, baby steps eh. And one of the baby steps we took is, and you'd be surprised to know, the House of Representatives is very, very attuned to this. As a matter of fact, the first committee report that came out in 2010 was about our bill on the Bureau of Patents.
From what committee?
From the trade of Congressman Garcia.
Oh,
This is the first bill that cleared the committee.
Wonderful. Maybe we should talk also to the chair now of the Committee on Indigenous Peoples, Congressman Teddy Bagilat.
Yes.
Formerly of Benguet, Ifugao, the Cordilleras, because I think he has a lot to say also about collective ownership, no? Of especially, even the terracing of the mountainsides, which is 1,000 some years already of knowledge. Diba, the hydrology, the irrigation season, dapat diba copyright yan, mag-UNESCO heritage na nga eh.
Well, I hope they haven't published it yet. Kasi once it's published, you can't register it anymore.
Why? What do you mean?
But then again, that's the other good news. We're also setting up another office in Tuguegarao.
Oh, great.
We have an office in Baguio, and now we're going to go closer to them.
Right.
Because we feel that there's just thousands of them out there
That's
waiting to be tapped.
That's right. And for such an the ingenuity of Filipinos, no, and groups and sectors all over the country. I think we don't lack for creative minds in this country. It's just that we need to enable that kind of creativity even more. Would you
Yes, and to have that right legal atmosphere, that right legal framework, we have to have enforcement power.
Right.
Otherwise, we can't
Otherwise-
foster this creativity.
Right. Sayang lang, no? So again, parting shots here with both of you from Attorney Sarah Sugitan and Director General Rick Blancaflor. What's our takeaway for such a great discussion here? And we'll have you back. If you don't mind, we're neighbors, so come in anytime. This is your voice of the Philippines. And for the new year, we really want newer vistas of looking at what's happening out there and what people can actually be engaged in. And we're really very, very honored that you're here, because this is something beyond just the politics and the headline news. These are very important, not only pieces of information, but trajectories really for policy, for legal innovation, as you may call it. But as a parting shot, what's our takeaway here? And what do you want our listeners and our people in general to really know about when we talk about intellectual property?
As you mentioned earlier, Dr. Acosta, we do not lack in creativity. We are definitely a very creative people.
Absolutely.
And we can solve a lot of the world's problems just by singing, producing art, inventing something, discovering something. And as the government agency mandated to administer the IP system, we'd like to call on everyone to help us protect you by registering your trademarks or inventions as patents. For more information, you can visit our website. It's www.ipophil.gov.ph, and you can also like us on Facebook. We're IP Philippines, yes.
Wow. IP
Where we're
as in
present there.
one word.
IP, one word, yes.
IP and then Philippines.
IP Philippines.
Right. That's on Facebook. Excellent. And your office is just here in Buendia.
Yes, we're located
So
in
even young
Buendia.
groups like bands and those who compose music now, and young creative minds everywhere, right? I mean, even logos.
More than welcome.
Very
More
good.
than welcome. And again, thank you for the invite. And to the
Anytime,
hundreds of thousands of your listeners, let me take this opportunity by posing one very, very simple question.
Okay.
Have you been to Green Hills lately? You'd be surprised.
Especially over Christmas, yes. Especially for all the gift shopping.
In order to protect the brand owners,
Right.
there were certain brand owners who complained with us. And we took this seriously. And together with the management of the Green Hills Association and the officers and men of the Muslim Traders Association, we had a self-police system.
I see. Very good.
And I'd really like to invite people to visit Green Hills because they won't be able to see their favorite brands, unfortunately. You cannot see Louis Vuittons anymore.
So what
No.
is it? The Changgena, the basic
Locals.
run-of-the-mill local.
Yes. There are still some brands
products.
there, though, being sold of foreign origin, but who have not yet complained with us. Those that have complained with us,
You were acted on.
they were acted upon, and out of 200 stalls, at most we saw 2 that were still selling.
So that's at least that's as far as you can go, given your powers, on some enforcement. At least that's the action that you're able to do.
Well, there's really nothing that can stop you if you put your heads together.
That's true.
And we had the full cooperation of Green Hills Association and the Muslim Traders Association.
You were able to do it.
We were able to do it during the Christmas break. So if you have a friend or two who will have the spare time, just check out if they say Ray-Ban, if they say Oakley, if they say Louis Vuitton, if this is not advertising, and some of the other brands, please call this number.
Okay.
It's 752-4870.
Again, 752
4870.
70. And then this goes directly to the Director General's office.
we have an operation center.
Okay.
Just for complaints, and please don't forget what item you saw and the stall number that you saw those items, and we will act on it right away.
Very good. 752-4870. This is the Operation Center, directly with the Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines.
Yes.
Excellent. Salamat po at Happy New Year. It's come back again, and we'll discuss probably more of the nitty-gritty in some cases, so that people will know ano yung mga specifics. Not to be sub judice, but you know, at least some of those that are we can be able to talk about as examples, sir. So, Director General Attorney Rick Blancaflor, maraming salamat. Mabuhay po kayo. You're just a few months in office or several months. So you're really cutting your teeth with your vast experience in law enforcement on this new uncharted territory for the most part.
Well, that's true. As a matter of fact, we're being watched
Why?
by the rest of the world.
Wow.
Because many of the things we're
Globally.
introducing here
Cutting edge, hopefully.
are being followed.
Really?
Yes.
Even in the meaning in the region or
even in the modern countries.
why? Is the RA 8293 something that policy wise that sets a tone? Is
To
it?
begin with, the answer is yes.
Wow.
And in law enforcement, we've had several new moves that that is making a lot of difference, and we're hoping that it's also copied elsewhere because we cannot fight piracy alone.
Right.
We need the cooperation of the rest of the region.
Great. Good to know that. And to Attorney Sarah Sugitan, of course, they'll come to you. You have your numbers and they'll Facebook you. Again, IP Philippines on Facebook and www. IPOPHL,
Yeah.
IPOPHL.gov.ph. Is that correct? Great. Thank you so much. Mabuhay po kayo at well, not Merry Christmas. Merry Happy New Year.
Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's na pala. We'll see you soon again. All the very best, sir. Okay.
Salamat.
Thank you.